I want to talk about the one important thing that I would tell my newly retired self. Wish I knew this back then, but I know it now. So I've been retired for probably 13 years, and my kids were younger, so they kept me pretty busy at the time. And once they got older, then, you know, they, the older they got, they weren't doing as much with me as they used to. So some of that activity fell to the wayside. And now, a lot of my activity has fallen to the wayside. And way back when, I had a doctor mention that I was retiring and that he thought I should walk and try to do that as often as I can. But he didn't really explain why or give me a reason. It was just more flippant, not like a medical recommendation. It was just more passing in conversation. And I wish he would have gone into a little more detail about why he said that, because at this point, I really wish that I would have walked every single day. I feel like I would have been, or that I would be in better shape right now. And it's easy, especially if you're alone, you don't have a partner pushing you to do things. It's easy to let some of those kind of things go. And I did, and I'm paying for it now. But I'm hoping this channel is kind of motivating me to try to get back on a better track. It's really only been about a week. And if you look at my last video, I kind of discussed this, how that it's kind of put me on a better path. And, at the time I retired, I was a pretty small person because I was very active, very busy. There were days I worked 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. And then I actually had a second job on top of that. So I was extremely busy at times, not all the time. And to go from that, and I was climbing ladders, crawling down into footers, all sorts of things. So very physical type of job. To go to not doing very much at all has really taken a toll on me. And I can see now, had I just walked every single day, I would be in such better shape. I would feel a lot better. I wouldn't have this additional weight that I really feel like I need to get off. I know I do. And it's going to be very, pretty hard. So that is the main thing that I wish I could go back and tell myself, is start walking. And if you're a jogger, then I understand. Maybe that's something that you just want to continue jogging. Go for it. I've never been much of a jogger, but if you're not a jogger and you don't have a standard exercise program, start walking. And not only that, I know people want to argue about whether it flushes out your lymphatic system or not. I believe it does. Just the pumping action of your feet. I believe there aren't pumps in that area naturally. So, and when you sit all the time, especially when you're retired, if you're couch surfing, you're not pumping those feet and you're not pumping out your lymphatic system. So you're going to take on water and hold extra water that you don't need. So that would be the main thing. There's other things, and I can get to those in another video. But that, in my opinion, would be the number one thing I would go back and tell my newly retired self. Walk. Get out there, walk. Be active, stay active, keep your body moving. You don't want to start getting achy, developing issues, gaining weight. Being old is hard enough, and then carrying around extra weight makes it 10 times harder. So I feel pretty motivated. There's been times in my life where I've been heavier and times where I've been really small, like 132 pounds. And that doesn't seem small, but on my frame, my chest bones stick out at 132 pounds. And I would love to be back there. I know some people don't like people that are that skinny, but I always love being skinny. And hopefully I will get back to that place. And YouTube is motivating me. I want to be better. I want to help you guys. I want to make your retirement the best it can be. I have a lot of ideas, especially financial ones. And I have a lot of good information for you. So stick around. Please subscribe. Join me. Comment. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you're doing with your time, how you're staying active, and I will see you soon.